Yes, sir.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to the restaurant session. This is to officially welcome each and every one of you to this our very session of our solar power system installations. This is again to welcome each and every one of you to this very session of our premium class. From now till the end of the training program, you are going to be hearing premium, premium, premium during the premium class, during the premium class. What we say,
Yeah, yeah.
please, I said it before,
No,
kindly
I want
mute
pizza.
yourself if you're in a noisy place. You are going to be getting the information during the premium class, during the premium class. All we are trying to tell you is that it is at this stage that you are going to be learning everything that has to do with solar power system designs before installation. So it is at this point we are going to be walking you guys, all of you who are on this very platform, on the process of designing an effective solar power system. So you all are welcome. You all are welcome. All right. So just as we are here, why are we here? Like we said, this is a premium class. This is where we are going to teach you guys how you can be able to design an effective and efficient solar power system. How do you do that? How can you design an efficient solar power system? You can only do that when you walk through the process of energy audit. Yes, when you go through the process of energy audit, that is how you can be able to design an efficient and effective solar power system. Right? Yes. So, what do we mean by energy audit, or how did we arrive at energy audit? Now, at the end of our last training session, the one we had on WhatsApp, there were questions such as how do they know um, the number of solar panels, number of sizes of batteries, size of inverters suitable to power up a facility. At that moment in time, we told you guys that all you needed was to what was to know um, energy audit. Why? Because you do not just wake up to design a solar power system or to know the various sizes of the component that is suitable to power up what a facility without you knowing firstly what you are to power up. So at every point in time, when you are asked to walk through the process of energy audit, it simply means that firstly, you have to know what you are powering up, and then that will guide you on the sizes of the various what solar components suitable to power up that your facility. So what that simply means is that energy audit is in two forms, or is divided into two. On one hand, it tells you about your energy need. On one hand, it tells you about your energy need, and on the other hand, it tells you about your it then helps you to size your various solar components. It helps you to size your various solar components. What does that mean? It simply means that before you can be able to know the sizes of your various solar components, you have to firstly know, like I said earlier, what you are powering up, at what time are you powering up, how long will they be running when you power them up. So if you say the energy need or energy being consumed by that number of days you are to power up, you say 4,000 watts or 5,000 watts. Now you have to use 5,000 watts to then know the various sizes of the solar component that will be able to power that up, that 5,000 watt worth of load that you intend to power up. That is what it simply means. Okay, so that is what energy audit takes care of for you. It helps you to know your consumption. It also helps you to take care of your various sizing of the various solar components, which is the reason why most of you are on this very platform. So as long as you are here, you don't need to worry yourself about anything. You are in safe hands. You are in good hands. So also on this very platform, we are not just going to be focusing on the system design. We are also going to be focusing on a couple of things as well. You design your system before installation. You also have to make sure that you take care of what safety, what we call safety as it concerns solar power system, cabling as it concerns solar power system. So all these things are the things we are going to be talking about here right now. So I'm going to be sharing my screen again. I'm going to be sharing my screen again right now. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be sharing my screen again right now so that you all can see what I'm talking about and then follow through. Yeah, I believe you all can see my screen. Please let me know you can see my screen. Indicate, raise a hand, wave a hand. Let me know you can see my screen.
Yes, you can see it.
All right, thank you so much. I hope that is a collective answer. Every other person can see it and it's very perfect. So this is energy audit. And on my screen, you can see that energy audit is a determination of the energy requirement for a building. It is a careful examination of the electrical loads of that one, of that building. It simply means that energy audit tells you or gives you information of what you have to power up: television, freezer, fan, laptop, whatever. It tells you everything you need to know. Now, on the top paragraph, you will see a very interesting statement there. It says energy audit helps you prevent oversizing of the solar system. That is one. Two, it helps you to safeguard your electrical appliances. That is two. Three, it
Hello, hello,
it generally saves you cost.
hello,
I can hear
hello.
you. Go ahead.
Yeah, the screen just went off. The screen just went off
Your screen went off. That is on your side, sir. Probably it's your network
on my
connectivity.
side. Okay, okay, no problem.
Probably it's from your side, sir. Okay, so the third thing here is that energy audit generally saves you cost. Okay, so we are going to deal with oversizing of the system, which is on one hand, and the second part of it is what saving you cost. How does uh, energy audit help you to what not to oversize the system? It simply means that as engineers, as installers, as technicians, you are not expected to assume that a particular size of inverter system or solar system will be suitable to power up a facility or generate that required amount of energy to power up a facility. No, you are not expected, or no account should you do that. So you must walk through the process of energy audit so that what you don't oversize your system. Now the consequence or consequences of oversizing your system is in the outcome of what the result of high cost of installation. So when it says that energy audit generally saves you cost, it simply means that what if you size your system rightly, both your from your energy need and your solar component rightly, you are then going to be what using the right amount of what funds or budget to execute that project. So you are not going to be wasting your clients and funds in setting up that project. That is what it simply means. Okay. All right. So on this platform, we know there will be time for questions and answers. Yes, we take questions on this very platform as well. Okay. We take questions on this very platform. So please, as we are here, we informed you earlier, very early, get your training materials ready. What I'm displaying on my screen is the training manual, which is a PDF we promised you guys. This is it. Some of you who have it must have already gone through it by now. We also said come with your study material, which is the writing material. So you can jot down what we are going through. and also jot down your questions so that when the time for questions comes, you can also participate in that round of session. Okay, so we will take your questions. All right, we will definitely take your questions. Now we have talked about some of the things that energy audits will do for you. Helps you not to oversize your system, helps you to save cost. Now the third thing there is telling you that what safeguarding your solar system. Now we have talked about two. We are only left with what safeguarding the electrical what appliances. Let us leave that to be handled for now while we complete this discussion on energy audit. We will take that topic on safety very soon. So I believe you all can see my screen. Please indicate if you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen? Please kindly indicate you can see my screen. Don't you guys know how to use this? Okay, Mr. Simon can see my screen. Who else? Who else can see my screen? Are you guys new to this platform? You don't know how to use the platform to raise your hand. You don't know how to unmute yourselves. Wow, it's gonna be a problem because this should be an interactive section where you guys will talk to me and I also talk to you guys. That is okay. Mr. Lufemi has also indicated. Okay. Mr. Perry, I can see. All right, thank you. Mr. Simon, it seems you are in a noisy place. Kindly mute yourself. Thank you. Okay, so this is a very interesting part of this course, which we usually what make sure we show you guys. We discuss it before we then move on with the discussion of the day. Things to consider during solar energy audit. Why do we say they are important? We say these things to consider before during solar energy audit is important due to the fact that you are going to be making use of these parameters or conditions or considerations in the future when you are making your carrying out your real energy audit on a facility. You are going to be taking care of, you are going to be putting these things into consideration, and on no account should you leave anything out. The first thing to consider is the list of electrical appliances to be powered. 2. The power rating of those electrical appliances. 3. Daily running hours of these electrical appliances. And 4. The total energy consumption of the building. Now the fourth item there, which is the total energy consumption of the building, is the reason why we are here today. So the other three parameters helps you to get what the fourth parameter. So please hold this information at heart. Hold it very handy so that when we get into the system design, the calculation, you would get to see them play out and they will become clearer to you all. I hope I am communicating. Like I said earlier, there will be time for questions and answers. Once that time comes, all you need to do is indicate. You'll be given time to speak. Tell us your name and your location, where you are speaking from, and then you can talk to us. Okay? Yes, that is very correct. Now, let us discuss one more thing before we leave this page. We said energy audit helps you to take care of what? Oversizing of your system. Takes care of what? Saving costs. Take care of what? Safeguarding your electrical appliances. If you go through this material, this study material, you will see the other advantages and disadvantages of your uh, energy audit. But then, let us talk about safety right now. When you talk about safety, you are practical or generally talking about how you can be able to not just safeguard your home appliances but also safeguard the life of your solar component. Yes, they can be safeguarded. Your inverter, your battery, your charge controller, your solar panels, they can be safeguarded as well. The solar panel should be your top priority when you're talking about safety, because your solar panel is in the open space where everything or so many things can affect it at the same time, and you do not know at what rate it is what affecting it. Lightning can affect it, dust can affect it, rain can affect it, even the air can also affect it. Yeah, so you must give it what? Too much sun can also affect it. So you must give it that required and necessary um, protection it needs in terms of safety. When you talk about safety, you are talking about um, you making a, you making sure you are talking about grounding, you are talking about earthing, you are talking about your SPDs, that is your surge protective device. You are talking about your changeovers, either your automatic changeover or your manual changeover. You are talking about your um, MCB, MCBs. You are talking about your GCDB. You are talking about your ACDB. You are talking about your MCCBs. Those are the things you are talking about. I'm going to be displaying another thing on my screen right now. These things are for what? For safety. Just as I have mentioned them already. So, like I was saying, when you talk about safety, you talk about these things on my screen. You talk about these things on my screen. You talk about on my screen, you can see the MCB, those big guys there. You can see the circuit breakers that are there. You can see the changeover, which is the automatic changeover that is also there as well. You can see the surge. You can see the single pole breakers and the two pole breakers. All these things are for safety and protection of your solar power system. Okay, they are for safety and for protection of your solar power system. You might be very familiar with your what, with your breakers, but then remember your solar power system has two sides, or say they are made up of two sides. You have the AC side and you have the DC side, and these your safety components are also of the what, of two types: AC component and DC component. How do you identify your AC component and how do you identify your DC component for you to use on your what, on your solar system? Please, on no account should you use your AC component for the DC side of your solar power system. Please, on no account should you do that. You are going to be causing a lot of damage to that your solar power system. So please take note of that. All right. Even if you do not take anything home from this lecture for tonight, please know that there are two sides to your solar system. You have the AC side, you have the DC side, and on no account should you use a protective device meant for the DC side for the AC side, or the one meant for the AC side for the DC side. We have mentioned the breakers of different types. You have the MCB, you have the MCCB. How do you identify these breakers and how best do you know how to make use of this um, breakers? So finally, I'm going to display something else on the screen, still on the safety, still on safety, where you can see how these components that are on my screen are being used. So I'm displaying it right now. Please indicate if you can see my screen right now. Has it changed on your side to displaying? Is it displaying over there? Can you guys see it right now? Can you see it properly? Please indicate. We need to know you are here with us. Are you guys there at all? Can someone hear me? Okay. Mr. Stanley can see it. Mr. Simon can as well see it. All right, thank you. I don't know why others are keeping quiet. Probably they can't hear us or network is disturbing them. All right. Okay, so what you are seeing here is a protective device or box, or your safety box as you may want to call it. Okay. or your PV box, as you wish to call it, if that is the best language um, you can think of. So in it, you can see the various safety components I mentioned earlier. You have the surge, you have the surge, you have your breakers. All these breakers are not the same. Some are AC, while some are DC. Don't worry yourself if you do not know how to identify them. By the time you continue this class, we are going to expose that to you. You can also see that this system has earthing uh, included in it. You can see that this system has earthing included in it, and if you are smart enough, you can easily identify it even without anyone um, showing it to you. So the earthing system, from my screen, if you can see what I can see here, I can see that this earthing system has been, it means that the solar inverter is also what, earthed. But how well or how best do you know how to carry out these things is the reason why you are here. Okay, all right. So another information, we know and we believe that you guys are having network connectivity issues or challenges. Yes, we are very much aware of it, and that is the reason why this class is being recorded as we are live right now, just as every other of our classes will also be what, will also be recorded. So just as this one is being recorded now, it will be shared on the training platform at the end of this class, and then those who fulfill the righteousness will then get the complete video. So try to get, try to fulfill all righteousness so that you too can have the complete video. In case you miss out on anything, you will definitely follow through. All right. Just as we have said and promised, there will be time for questions and answers on this very platform. Let us have the first phase of questions. Please, quickly, before we move ahead, let's take the first phase of questions from what we have discussed so far. From everything we have discussed so far, you can unmute yourself now, tell us your name and your location, then you can talk to us. But if no one is speaking, we believe that you guys are good to go, and then we can proceed. In as much as we believe that this is a very, this should be an interactive class. This should be an interactive class, so we want everyone to participate, to talk to us. Are you guys there? Can you all hear me?
Hello, yes, sir. We can all hear you, but the problem I'm having, I don't know about other people, is the images were not showing. Once I logged out, I logged in. It will show after like 2 3 seconds. It's going to went blank again. But your audible is very clear and sound, but the images were not popping up.
Okay, for that, it might be your network, because the video is stable there.
But the image, I could get all your audios, but only the pictorial aspect, they are not showing on my
Like I
phone.
said, it might be
I've
your, it might be,
tried, but your audio was accurate.
like I said, it might be
Okay.
your network. Okay, do you have any other person having that challenge or questions? So we can move. Okay, so if you are also finding it difficult to interact, that is to unmute yourself and talk to us, you can also use the chat box. Send in your messages into the chat box, and then let us read it aloud and take it accordingly. All right. So proceeding, I'm going to be sharing my screen again right now. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now again. So Mr. Olufemi, if you're still having that issues, please. No one has said he's having that same issue. So please, it might be your network. Change your location. So what we're going to be talking about now is what we call load analysis. Okay, so we are now moving into the deal of the day, which we call what? Load analysis. Now, what is load analysis? Load analysis is a calculation or series of calculations which helps you to know your energy need. Load analysis is a calculation. The process of calculation or stages of calculations which tells you your energy need, which tells you your energy consumption. Load analysis gives you the complete information of what you are powering up, at what time you are powering it up. So load analysis is that which helps you to actually uh, know the energy need of a facility. That is what load analysis does for you. Okay, so moving ahead, let us take analogy of what load analysis is. Let's say one of us here, let's say Mr. Michael, who is here. We don't know where he's from, but I think as we progress, he might still tell us. So let's say he's our client for tonight's class, and he has invited us to his facility, in this case his house, to come and inspect it for a solar project. On getting to that facility, there are two professional questions to ask, two basic questions to ask, and a third one as a bonus. Okay, two basic questions, two professional questions to ask, and the third one as a bonus. The first question we have to ask is to ask Mr. Michael his energy need. Now, if Mr. Michael is a new person to solar system, he might not understand what we mean by energy need. We can then break it down for him. We can then break it down by asking him to provide us with the various information of the various components he wants to power up using the solar power system. Now, doing that, Mr. Michael can then say he wants to power up his TV, his freezer, his microwave. We'll take note of that. We'll ask the second question: what is the backup time? Now, this backup time has to do with how long Mr. Michael wants a solar power system to run. Okay, it is in hours: 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, and then we will also take that into consideration. One thing you have to know as a professional in this field is that the higher the backup time, the higher the cost of installation. And that is why um, energy audit tells you that it helps you to what? Not to oversize the system, and also saves you cost. So which means that if you just assume without you designing that system, you can on the long run incur a very high cost of installing that system. Now, we have asked those two professional questions: the energy need, one, and two, the what again? The backup time. Now, what is the third question, which is a bonus question? You are to ask our client, Mr. Michael, his budget. Now, so many people are always skeptical about asking this question, and we keep advising you. You have to ask. Firstly, you assess your client to know the kind of person he is. Then you also assess him by the various loads he wants to power up with the solar power system. If you have assessed him with these two parameters or factors, you should be able to know if he can afford to carry out that project. If he can, congratulations. If he can't, then as a professional again, you are to what? Advise him on what to do. Usually, what you should do and advise him is what? Install a system he can afford for that moment in time, and then teach him how to use it. Then, while you are installing that system, you also put in place upgrades. You also put in place the act of what? Upgrade, because that system must be upgraded. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen right now. I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. So if you have any questions, put it down in your writing material so that we will take it as we progress. We'll take it at once. I'm sharing my screen again. believe you all can see my screen right now. Mr. Femi, can you see my screen? Mr. Stanley, can you see my screen? Mr. Olga, can you see it? Mr. Peria, Mr. Manuel, you guys are too quiet for this session. What is happening? Can't you hear me or what? I don't believe that you guys can't hear me. What is the problem? Is it my network? Is it your own network?
We can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Why are others not responding? Are they just okay? Well, what you can see on my screen is a typical example of a load analysis table. Okay, this is a typical example of a load analysis table. What it simply means is that we have defined load analysis. We have told you the criteria of which you use to carry out what load analysis. Now, this is a typical example of the table of a load analysis which you need to prepare in order for you to carry out this simple exercise. So, we have asked our client what is his energy need, and he has listed out these 5 appliances: the DVD player, the light bulb, the ceiling fan, the refrigerator, the air conditioner, right? Yes, these are the 5 appliances he wants to power up using the solar system. Okay, yeah. So, how then do we run a load analysis for these 5 appliances? It is very simple. Okay, it is very, very, very simple. So, what we do is we are going to use what? We are going to put into consideration 3 standard parameters. That 3 standard parameters are what will help us to um, run a load analysis on these 5 appliances. 1. Quantity of appliance. 2. Power consumed by the appliance. And 3. The running time of the appliance. The quantity of appliance has to do with how many of the same appliance does Mr. Michael intend to power up using the solar power system. Okay, how many of the same appliance does Mr. Michael intend to um, power up using the solar system? Let's take for instance, Mr. Michael lives in a 3-bedroom apartment and he wants to power up, and he has a DVD player in each of those rooms. So on our table of load analysis, we are going to be having what? We are going to be having the quantity of uh, DVD player to be what? To be 3. That is what it simply means. Power consumed. Power consumed by the appliance simply tells you the rated wattages of each and every appliance. That is the power being consumed by that appliance. I will take it again. The power consumption or power consumed is the what? The rated wattages of each and every appliance. How do you know the rated wattages of each and every appliance? You get that by what? By or from the nameplate of that what? Of that particular appliance. The nameplate, like we all know, is that position either on the body or the packaging of the appliance or load, where you have the details of all the details concerning everything about that appliance. You have the name of the maker, the country of make, the serial number, the voltage, the current, the wattage. So you just go there, lift your wattage, and you are good to go. Now we have a running time. The running time has to do with how long does Mr. Michael want his appliances to run. It simply means that what? How long will Mr. Michael be powering up each and every of these what? Appliances. Please note that the running time and the backup time are not what? The same. Okay, so that is what? That is that. Now let us take the uh, information or data of these 5 appliances. For the DVD player, please, if you want to write, you can write. In as much as this is inside of the training manual as the PDF document, it's already in it, okay? But if you want to write this, you can write it. For the DVD player, the quantity is 3. The power consumed is 200 watts. The running time is 3 hours. The light bulb, the quantity is 10. The power consumed is 100 watts. The running time is 2 hours. For the ceiling fan, the quantity is 5. The power consumed is 10 watts. The running time is 4 hours. For the refrigerator, the quantity is 3. The power consumed is 500 watts. The running time is 4 hours. For the air conditioner, the quantity is 1. The power consumed is 1 horsepower. The quantity is 1 hour. Now, what is the what? What is the uh, energy need or energy consumption of these 5 appliances? How do we do that? We can easily do that by applying a formula. What is that formula? The formula states that energy need equal to energy need is equal to or giving us quantity of appliance multiplied by the power consumed multiplied by the running time. Quantity of appliance multiplied by the power consumed multiplied by the running time. So let us proceed. For the DVD player, 3 multiplied by 200 by 3 gives you 1800 watt hour. For the light bulb, 10 multiplied by 100 by 2 gives you 2000 watt hour. Please try to punch these things on your calculators, please. For the ceiling fan, 5 multiplied by 10 by 4 gives you 200 watt hour. For the refrigerator, 3 multiplied by 500 by 4 gives you 6000 watt hour. For the aircon, that's the air conditioner, 1 multiplied by 1 gives you 746 watt hour. So what is the total of energy consumption, or what is the total energy consumed? Is anyone punching it? Is anyone punching it? Is anyone trying to give us the total energy consumed? I said it before, you guys are too quiet, you are not active at all. I don't know why. Alright, so the total energy consumption is 10,000. Total energy consumption is 10,746 watt hour. That is the total energy being consumed by this facility, and so it becomes what the energy need of this very facility it becomes the energy need of Mr. Michael's facility. All right, like we said, this class is being recorded as we are here right now, and will be shared to everyone who is here. All right, questions, please. General questions on what we have learned for the day. So far, so good, please. General questions right now. That is what we are to take right now concerning the
All
day.
right. Question number one. Excuse me, sir. I want to know the difference between backup time and this,
And the
the
running
backup
time
time.
and the running time.
Yes.
All right, so the backup time, like I said earlier, has to do with how long the energy stored in your battery system can last. So that one has to do with your battery system. When you say backup time, it has to do with your battery system. That is a standard parameter which helps you to design the battery. So we are going to be talking more about this battery, this backup time, when we then start to design the components of the solar system, particularly the battery system. When we say the running time typically tells you how long you want that your appliance to be on. So that is the difference.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Generally, any other question or questions? Generally, any other question or questions? If you're just joining us, you came very late. However, this class is being recorded as we are here and will be shared with everyone. All right. Any other question or questions, please? So I believe that if you guys do not have a question or questions, It simply means that we have done justice to this very topic of load analysis. That is what it simply means. We have done justice to this topic of load analysis, and so we can proceed to the next topic of uh, walking you guys through the process of what designing the various sizes of your solar component, right? Yes, that is very correct. So that is where we are then going into right now. How to design the inverter, battery, uh, solar panel, solar charge controllers, safety as it concerns solar power system, taking into consideration standard parameters. Yes. However, this is where we are going to be putting a full stop to the training. Yes, don't panic. Putting a full stop to the training does not mean the training is over, like we usually say, but it means that it is at this moment in time we are going to be enforcing that the payment of our training fees be paid. Yes, it is at this point in time. And we are also telling you that it is also at this point in time that only those who pays our training fees will continue with this class. Will continue with the training course. That is just it. So by now, you all already know what we are paying. Nigerians are paying 5,000 naira, Ghanaians 300 neons, Sierra Leoneans 300, Ghanaians 300 Ghana cedis, Sierra Leoneans 300 neons, Namibians 10 USD, Zimbabwe 10 USD, oh, sorry 11 USD, Ugandans 45,000 Ugandan shillings, Zambians they are paying 250 Zambian kwacha. So please, if you are here, you have not had your own payment amount or method of payment, you can let us know, please. Ask us questions on that right now. So once your payment is received and confirmed, you are going to be getting, we are going to be sending you the complete training materials, which are what? Complete videos. Like if you have missed this live class, we will send it to you, and then we'll also send you the training manual, which is the PDF document. The document we used in teaching you guys today, we'll give it to you so they can have access to it. All the designs are there. Everything you need to know, technicalities, terms are already in it as well. So we'll give it out to you guys for you to study. Okay. You are also going to attend live classes such as this one. When you enroll for our class fully, we call it the premium class. In that premium class, we take it very easy with you guys. You can ask any questions, we play around. We do a lot of things in those classes. Alright. We are also open to mentorship program, which simply means that if you have any challenge or face any challenge in your work in the field, you can call us and we will attend to you. Okay? Yes, but not when you have blown up somebody's facility. We will not come. All right. So please call us before you blow up somebody's facility. Okay, that's the only time you will see us. Before, after that, you will not come. All right, that was a joke anyway. Please, you save out them. So finally, we are also going to be getting the training certificate at the end of this training course. I hope that is clear. Questions, please. General questions on all we have discussed so far, so good, please. General questions on what we have discussed so far, so good. Okay. For payment details, you can text me privately on WhatsApp so that I will give it to you, in as much as we are still going to drop it on the WhatsApp platform for everyone to see. Or you can text me privately so that I'll give you the one that is for your country so that you can pay without you going to the platform to look for the payment details. All right, so you can um, text me privately. All right, so we just have a
Hello, hello,
few.
sir.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello, good evening. This Mr. Kim on the line.
Okay.
So I want to ask question. After this online class,
Mm-hmm.
so is there any provision for physical class after this,
Okay.
sir?
So for quickly to answer that, Our physical training has been going on. We don't have one running right now, okay? But then if we schedule the physical training, we will also put it out. All right. Our physical training is scheduled at 80K. So when we put it out, we will also let you guys know. So for if you're also asking to know if we give you guys opportunity in the field, yes. Once we have big jobs, we also invite, because we need hands, okay? So we also invite those who have enrolled for the course, who have studied under us, to come and work with us in the field.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I hope that settles it,
Yes,
Mr. Kim.
exactly. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Any other question we can take before we leave? You can talk to us. Any other thing? Any other challenge you're having? If you think you have having a challenge with your payments, you can talk to me right now. We still have a few minutes.
Another question, sir, please. On the issue of the certificate,
Mhm.
so the certificate you'll be given to us, will it be recognized anywhere we take it to, sir? Or
Of
if
course.
is there a special money, a special money that is attached to the certificate before we have that?
No, 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 no. It's firstly, it is recognized anywhere you take it to. We are well registered and recognized, so it's not a problem. Secondly, for extra payment, no, you don't pay extra money for the certification. Once you pay the enrollment fee, the one that is due to your country. If you're a Nigerian, you pay that one. If you're a South African, you pay what is due to your country. That is all for the day.
Okay. 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 Let us one train under you. So if I decide to go and do internship in another organization that has to do with solar stuff, so will you can you recommend a letter for me to go for training in another place?
Okay, yes, we will do that. We will do that as well.
Okay. Okay, I'm with you, sir. So no problem. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you all for being here with us. Thank you for making out time. Thank you for believing in yourself. Thank you for trying to learn a skill that is what useful. Okay, we want to see you all in our next training session, because for today this is where we shall be calling it a day. The training continues tomorrow. Please, if you haven't uh, paid the enrollment fees, kindly send it in on time so that we can be able to confirm you, and then you continue with the class. See you all in the next training session. Bye bye.